Welcome to the 17th session of the first party, where we last left off. Our heroes have saved Bryn Shander, have made their plans, and have chosen to go the long road, literally follow the long road and head to Waterdeep, approaching from the north, where they approach and immediately see in the distance past the north gate a distant figure that seemed to have the resemblance of Miriam. Unfortunately, Tata's player Grudge will not be joining us, so today will be one man down. Tata will be effectively T-post for this session, but we immediately joined the party where we left off at the 29th of Kythorn, which is 2 days away from the 1st of Flame Rule, the supposed date of the new moon and the marriage of this Miriam to Harold Helmfast. Party, you approach the walled city. This is Waterdeep, the one of the biggest cities in Faerun. To the left of this giant walled city, you see a massive mountain by the coast, Mount Waterdeep, which is the namesake of the city. But before it, you see a huge, sprawling urban mass, putting distance between you and the mountain and the sea. Between it, giant walls from which a dozen or so towers are posted. Guards are keeping watch the day and night. And you trek the long road. After cutting through the fields, you approach this big city, from which you see past the opening gates as some merchants go in. You see a figure just by around here. You just see a figure just past the north gates. The figure is Eliana, of course. But the gates close, and she is now somewhere inside the city. That is your brief introduction to Waterdeep. What do you guys do?
Gwen, what do we do?
We kill her now.
What's with the Atar?
I would like to ask her the same thing.
So we're gonna start disguising now, I guess. I don't know. Should we?
Well, I'm gonna go disguise myself.
Waterdeep is a pretty progressive town. There are the occasional drow here and there, but some are reformed, though they are pretty rare, like rarer than dragonborns and tieflings.
What a beautiful town. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of tired from all the walking, by the way. I mean, from the riding, from the traveling. So I guess an inn or a tavern would be great. What you think, guys?
I think let's ask Gwen because she knows about the place here.
Actually, I do know the place here as well.
Oh, really?
It's been a while. Yeah.
You've been here. Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I used to work here. Didn't I tell you guys?
For the Waterdeep residents, Gwen and Rex, let me set up what you know of the city, so that
Okay.
you have a baseline for what Waterdeep is. Waterdeep is one of the most ancient cities in Faerun, that has a long-running history with the elves and the humans. Though it has become this bustling metropolis that is a mishmash of cultures, races, and identities from all around the continent. It is split up into 5 wards, or boroughs, if you would call it. If you can follow the map, there is an unofficial ward, which is this gap between the north wall, and the city wall. That is called the field ward. That is where most of the farmers live. Farm for the city, but it is not much since the city takes in a lot of trade anyway. But after that buffer, we go into the seaward on the left, which is one of the immediately richest places in the city. High concentration of rich noblemen. Most of the nobles are in the north ward, which you can see to the right side over here. The north ward is where most of the nobles live. Gwen, you know that this is where the Helmfasts are. These are most of the noblehood that are not in the high ranking, but are somewhere in the middle, but still have some influence over the city and have some money to them. Average to expensive buildings can be found here. On the south here, south-ish side, this is the castle ward. This is where the most important nobles are, or at least government officials, as well as the soldiers, the city watch, the city guard, and the politicians and the archmage of the city. They all rest inside the castle ward. This tiny patch here is called the City of the Dead. This is the cemetery of Waterdeep. It holds all of the dead residents and has huge mausoleums built to honor those great heroes that have passed. Though it may look small, this place is built with evocation magic, so that it is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. South of the City of the Dead is the Trades Wards. That is where all the merchants and tradesmen and guildmen are. If you want to buy something, trade something, or make your way from a very poor man to becoming a rich business capitalist, the Trades Ward is the way to go. And the most region you're most familiar with is the Dock Ward, the heart of Waterdeep. Waterdeep was first built in this area and was initially a dock city before expanding into this giant metropolis. So Gwen, the Adderbrants are posted at the dock ward instead of what you'd normally expect would be the castle ward or the north ward. Even though they are posted by the dock ward, since they're more related shipping and ships in general, they're still considered one of the most powerful families in Waterdeep. Pero dito lang sila nakaposting because the Adderbrant family is ancient and has been here for a long time. So, stubbornness. Rex, you also know that the dockward, since you're more familiar with the dockward's lower working areas, you know that the men that work here, Waterdeep has a connection with a small city, underwater city of mermen inside Deepwater Harbor that help protect the waters in times of deep distress. But they're not officially a part of Waterdeep, but it's sort of like a trade-off for they have protection with the city guard, and then they help monitor the waters. And other than that, oh, I also have to tell you, Waterdeep's biggest feature is there are these 8 giant statues that rise from the ground. Most people think they're just buildings or tenements or artistic projects, but there are rumors that they may be huge monolithic golems that are set to move, constructs, if you will, but you're not sure. And I think that's all you know about Waterdeep for now.
Do I used to have a place with other people?
Usually sailors actually live on the ships that they're in, so pumaparada lang yung ships tapos doon na tumitira yung sailors. That's what you did when you were a child. But there are also dock houses where you can go, like, you can talk your way inside the dock wards, especially if you're familiar with people.
Do I know some people?
I mean, it's been years, right?
3 or 2 years?
3 or 2 years,
I forgot to be
yes.
honest.
There will be questions if you show up, but yes, you do know some people. No one too close. You'll just recognize a face or two when I tell you.
So, Gwen, Rex, where do we go from now?
Well, I don't know, we could hide from the docks, I guess, as of now. I do know some of them, or some of the sailors there, but I'm not close with them. So, what do you think, Gwen?
I can keep a better eye on the other rent house if we are in the dock ward. But don't worry, I'll be in my disguise so they won't spot Miriam walking about.
I wonder if they have received news about what we did from Bryn Shander. What do you guys think?
There's a really high chance that Eliana, who's impersonating me, already knows about it and would be on the lookout for us. So my best suggestion would be to have our disguise. Most of us.
Well, it's obvious that our Tabaxi and Drow fellow cannot disguise by themselves. So I guess we're gonna help them disguise.
Oh, you're forgetting me. I don't know how to disguise.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry, Gisto.
Describe your disguises.
Ako tatanggalin ko lang yung sigil or yung aking other Brent's brooch from my since naman ako, naka Gwen na get up, and it works naman so far.
Okay, noted. So you turn yourself back into Gwen, dark-haired, blue-eyed. The others, Rex, what do you disguise into?
Really, I really don't want it to disguise, to be honest. I just want to put a hood on. That's pretty much it. You know,
All
Pwede
right,
naman ganun lang eh.
you
yeah.
put a hood on. What does... I guess Tata... May makeup yan naman ba ulit ni Tata si Justo tsaka si Olseth?
Yeah, ano
I
naman
think
eh.
for
I mean,
Justo,
si-
let's
Si
assume na
okay
lang.
naman eh.
I'll just
Justo
wear
okay
a
naman.
helmet, Viking helmet. So,
I mean, technically okay ka naman Justo mag-sneak in.
Oo,
okay.
okay lang naman
Okay,
siya eh,
okay.
kasi he can mingle with the crowd.
Yung
Pero
issue,
siguro,
yung issue talaga is yung...
lang.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
gonna say that as you arrive in the morning, Tata spends some time putting makeup on Olseth before going into disguising him as a normal human being before entering the north gate. You guys approach the north gate where you're greeted by guards just outside the gate themselves. You see that there are more guards posted by the tower above the north gates by their sides, but these guards are automatically posted by the gates. And goes, identification.
We are a group of travelers, dear sir. We came from the north, and we're just restocking supplies.
What group of travelers per se?
Di ba dolphin
Ito,
sounds?
pwede naman, pero what if alam ni, imposter na yung pangalan natin, tapos
Baka
mag-high alert?
naka-blacklist tayo. Mag-high alert. Oo
Oo.
nga, yun nga yung ano.
Yeah. Wait, anong pangalan ng traveling troupe nung nasa Yarter?
Nandito sa notes ko. Teka muna. Hanapin. Okay, di ko makita yung pangalan, pero yung troop siya ni Kelten Taker.
Yeah. So, we just said that name, Bapin.
The guards look at each other. Kelten Taker?
Yes. Tapos I'm arranging my suit.
The guards talk to each other and goes, after like a few minutes of deliberation, they face you again. Kel Tentaker is in the city with his troop. What are you talking about?
Don't you know? I'm cosplaying as him.
He is a dwarf.
Yes, and I want to be like him. I want to perform. I can do tricks, I want to be him. I want to be a magician.
I'm gonna say Deception DC 18. Oh. I'm sorry, but if you don't have business with the city, I'm afraid we can't let you in. And then they put up their spears.
Excuse me, guards.
Yes.
And then I raise my hand. Is there any chance that I may speak to Sir Alton?
Alton. You mean Alton Brisbane?
Yes.
Sorry, Alton Grighunt pala. Sorry. Alton Grighunt.
Oh.
The guards talk to themselves again. I'm afraid the captain is predisposed as of the moment. Do you have any business with him?
Well, I was trained under him back in Yarter, and I was wondering if I just could speak to him as, to catch up.
Roll for persuasion. DC, since may leverage ka na contest, 17 or 16. Oh my god. All right. Guards. And then you hear the rattling of chains and the gearing of mechanisms. Slowly but surely, the door opens, and you see the road continues on through the gate. Besides it are fields and farmers that tip their hats, and through it is another wall, but there is no gate, just a passageway. and into the city it goes.
And then I just tug the guys and was like, let's go, let's go.
You go on horseback, trotting through the field ward. Eventually, you get past the north gate and into the main city. The city is is bustling in anticipation for the wedding 2 days from now. Hanged on the sides are a very graphics design is my passion amalgamation of the Adder Brent and the Helmfast crests, where the Adder Brent's crest is a sun behind mountains, and the Helmfast crest is a boat on the waters, and then they kind of mishmashed it together where the boat is on water but the mountains are in the background and there's a sun, and it's just a mess visually, but it's somehow plastered around the city in this ugly shade of purple and red.
Dear Lord, says Gwen.
As you go into the city, since you're coming from the north side, you immediately see that you are into nobility territory. Immediately, you're surrounded by extravagant houses, giant buildings, elaborate structures. Not a single sighting of wood anywhere. All these houses are made of stone, marble, possibly even magically constructed. You see that the streets, though you are on horseback, the streets are free to walk around with giant carriages cutting through, carrying the nobility to their houses as they make their tour around their domain. See them cackling to themselves, fanning themselves, even though the cold breeze is blowing from the sea. They're still just cackling to themselves as if this is a sign of their wealth. As you cut through, you see that the noises of the trades market, the way down south, are more somehow reach. It's loud enough to reach where you are right now. You see that the nobility, though cackling, is not that noisy compared to the bustling that is the trades ward. It's just arguably the noisiest part of town. As you enter too, you see to the distance to your right, in the middle of the north ward, you see one of the walking statues jutting from the ground, distant, looming, even though you're several thousand feet away. You see the sword maiden's statue looming in the distance. This giant female wielding a sword and jutting it down towards the ground, though its standing stance is in a tilted position. It's just a mark of the grandness of this place.
We can go to the place where us sailors, hang out.
It takes you a while to cut through the city. Let's see, roll me a perception check. You lose a total of 20 coins as you walk along the streets, as urchins have snatched a coin here and there.
This is why I never leave my house as often. Or leave with money with me.
Well, there's a lot of scumbags here, so what do we expect?
Eventually, you get through the heart of the city, and as you get to the heart of the city, you notice that this patch here is just before where the trade ward is a massive market from where you can buy stuff. Going through, you at this junction too, you see more walking statues just lying inside the city. And at this center point too, you see that the road juts off into a road that leads to the city of the dead over there. You go down southward and southward, passing by the looming shadow of Mount Waterdeep to your right, and past the trade wards where this elaborate guilds are having a festival right now in some sort of requiescent celebration with the lords. Eventually, you do get to the dockward.
Do you guys want to rest or...
George,
Tata goes, me and Ulset are we'll go try to find a place, and then she brings Ulset with him. So it's effectively just the four of you. There you go.
They're probably gonna do it here, right?
I smack Rex at the back of his head.
Ah, come on.
Oh my god.
Anyways, is there a like a tavern or an inn where sailors used to go? Like,
Let me see. There, the cheapest one you know is called the Thirsty Sailor.
so we can go to the Thirsty Sailor. It's a tavern that we used to.
You know that it is disgustingly ill maintained.
Although it is kind of dirty and shitty, and it's basically a piece of dump. Do I know a decent tavern nearby?
There is the Skewered Dragon. It's a good tavern, right?
And then I suddenly remembered. Well, there's this tavern, and it's kind of like racist in my opinion. But yeah, there's a tavern called the Skewered Dragon. What do you guys? It's a decent tavern, as what I know.
Well, we could always go there and get any information.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can ask the innkeeper.
Yeah, you can see that my face is just kind of gloomy.
You hear the noises of the damn tavern before you even go past the doors. You see this rousing, bustling, and kind of raucous music coming through. There's a small stage on which some musicians or bards are playing a small ditty. Some sailors are by the side going, they're kind of just doing their thing. And then as you who opens the door, by the way?
I guess me. But I'm not pleased with it.
You open the door, you immediately see the head of a green wormling posted by the tavern entrance. Like, just no, not tavern entrance, just the front of the bar. Okay, okay, this is the layout. You open the door, and then the bar is like several feet in front of you, and then the head of the wormling is posted on the top.
Wait, do we know that wormling?
Someone roll a perception check. Someone roll an investigation check. I need both checks. Oh my fucking god. Perception check. Rex and Hirai don't notice anything, but Gwen, you immediately know that grimace. That is the grimace of a panicked child that killed Justo.
I don't know whether to feel bad for the wormling or just like, ha, you deserve it for killing this thing. Okay, more on it. Bad.
Judging on Gwen's reaction, I felt sad. Well, I hope you were tasty.
You see one of the half elves just note, we don't eat them, you twat. Then you look and you see this old balding half elf sailor just pointing his beer at you. This his flask and goes, "We don't eat them. We slay them." Also, that is a green thing, and the green thing makes full of poison that the drow uses. So we can't eat them. You should know this. And then he kind of gets up to you and just pushes you by the shoulder. You're a dragonborn. Aren't all dragonborns the same?
Sorry, but I really don't know much about dragons, to be honest. You see, I was adopted and I was born without any dragons. I don't even know my biological parents, so yeah. Sorry about that.
Just kind of points at you and laughs and goes, "Good one, kid. Good one. And then he just kind of drug away. He goes away from you and just kind of drunkenly stutters and trips on himself. Then he just laughs, slurring his speech.
The serve.
What should we ask around with all these drunkards?
Well, first of all, the music's is shit here. So, Hiraya, do you wanna?
Hiraya moment. Hiraya moment.
You can liven up this place.
Hiraya loot solo.
Should I roll performance?
Sure, go for it. You join
Okay.
in the bards just improvising a melody to go with the shanty. Since you have not played that instrument for the past 15 sessions, you you realize that even though you play something instinctively, that the lute is out of tune and everyone just goes boo boo boo.
I guess it's your turn, just to.
Tatumbling na ba si Justa ulit?
Yeah, I think I was practicing during our time in Bryn Shander, so let's see.
somehow Justo actually flips and nails the landing, and now the crowd goes from a boo to a confused applause, like slow clap. Oh, oh, oh. Yun yung vibe.
Knew you could do it, just so.
Ano man, isang round ng drinks?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, ordering a drink. So you see, you go up to the barkeep. This old kind of middle-aged woman, just tired. She just looks at you and goes, "What do you want?"
Can I have a pint for my friends, please?
A, a pint for your friends. Okay. That'll be a gold piece.
I'll pay for you guys.
You pay, and then she kind of fills a giant pint flask up, and then slides it across the bar, but sliding it too hard so that when it just kind of stops by where your hand is, it kind of spills and just turns back. So as you guys down a pint, what do you guys do?
We're just widening our ears. If we could hear something, that is relative to our cost or whatever.
Um, give me a perception check.
I tune my loot for the meantime.
Right, you tune the lute.
Ha!
Ano
Oof,
ba
this
But
yan?
is
I hear nothing.
really rough. Rough rolls, guys. Rough
Ano ba
rolls.
yun? 10,
Wala
11,
tayong
4,
narinig.
4.
Well, you don't hear anything. Just kind of, everyone's just kind of vibing. You do realize though that if that green wormling is dead, then Kelton Taker doesn't have a green wormling for his circus. He did not get it back.
Well, I guess we could, you know, visit the circus troupe. The guards did say they're here. We
Yeah,
could
and
we could
we kind of
exchange
help them
information.
out. We kind of help them out with the owl bear.
Yeah, that was I was thinking. So I guess we're going there, I guess. Or do we still drink? Because I'm enjoying this, by the way.
Oh, we could finish the drink, then afterwards we can go there. We can look for him. Just don't get too drunk, Rex.
As you finish your pint, the uh, the bar chatter kind of becomes plain noise around you. And eventually, you get buzzed enough to go outside and visit the circus. Actually, Gwen, make me a perception check. You see, as you go out of the Skewered Dragon, in the midst of the dock wards crowds, you see a child. Well, not a child, around 13 years old. Commoner clothes, just around like 35 feet away from you. Commoner's clothes, um, with a, what do you call this? Though she's though what she wears is plain, there's this shocking beauty about this child. Brown hair, well, brown hair, dark eyes, and she kind of just looks at you from a distance. You're familiar to recognize this enough as your half sister, but not in noble person's clothing.
I I look around to see if she's with anyone, or is she with anyone, or she's just alone and she's staring at me.
She's just looking at you amidst a busy crowd. Insert Avril Lavigne's music video here.
Alam ko
Which
yun.
one? Which one?
yung, yung may ano, yung parang siya
With
nakatayo.
Lion.
Lalakad.
You just see the child. Yes.
Eye contact. Shh.
She looks back, not moving in the crowd.
I take a step forward. Just a careful step forward.
Not moving.
Well, not moving. You creep me out, girl. Char lang. Okay, I go even further, like, more forward, not really minding if the others were following me.
You guys all see this, by the way. You guys all see this happen. Just Gwen just suddenly
Okay.
walking off into another direction. As you near, a person passes by, and this child is not there.
Hmm.
No, pakiulit.
As you're walking, this person passes by, and the child is not there.
You mean nawala?
Wala, yeah.
Uy. Interesting.
But we
Alright.
saw it early. Well, we saw the
Did-
child earlier,
Did we
right?
see
Yeah.
Did we see
So,
the
lahat kami
child
nakakita ng
disappear?
Yes.
We
Okay.
saw. Okay, did you see that, guys? The child disappeared.
Oh, it's like I was watching a movie.
Is that like a ghost
Do
or?
you guys know that kid?
Wait, andito na si G. Hello, G.
Wala pa siya sa ano. So, ayun,
Okay,
dito na pala. Sa ano.
Sige lang,
DC.
continue lang conversation, tapos kung may mic na siya, explain lang natin kung ano nangyayari.
Gwen, is this a common occurrence here in Waterdeep? Like, disappearing people like a ghost?
I don't think
No.
so.
What?
Definitely not. Then
Isn't-
Gwen is like so confused because common clothes are not like, she doesn't wear. I just turned to Justo and it's like, you did see that kid, right?
We
And I'm
did.
not like, and I'm like not seeing things.
It's like an apparition or something.
Do you know that kid, Gwen?
Yeah.
Who
What?
is it?
Who is that
She,
kid?
she looks like my half sister.
Oh, maybe something happened.
Pwede ba mag-roll ng ano? Religion check or something?
Religion check.
Anong nangyari doon?
Okay.
Ano bang pang-imbestiga doon?
Pwede investigate.
Investigate na lang. Kaso mababa yung int ko eh. Religion ko kasi may advantage.
Investigation. Sige, can
O,
everybody do
investigation
that?
kayo.
Alright.
Shit. Napaka-bothered ni Gwen. Nababothered
0
siya.
investigation ko.
Teka lang. Investigation. Wow.
Anyway,
I'm too
religion check ko
bothered.
na lang.
I'm too
Um,
bothered to actually see anything.
Pwede kang mag-religion check, pero yung sasagot ko religion related din. Oof, rough
Oh.
investigation checks all around.
We're back to square one, guys.
Naka-0
Bad
yung
rolls.
investigation ko.
Oh, this is rough.
Isa pa
Justo,
nga.
At least,
you have no idea.
11 yung amin.
Walang, wala kayong idea. Wala kayong ideya kung anong nangyari.
Okay, religion check mo na.
Religion check. You do know that this does not seem to be a ghost of any kind or a
Oh.
religious apparition of any kind. Whatever this is, this
Mm-hmm.
must be physical or illusory magic.
Oh, it's... Gwen, do you think we're being followed by someone? Like, ba't Arcana yan? Why are we being followed here?
I'm not sure. Maybe someone spotted us? But my sister.
Oh, Arcana? Ooh. Ooh. Hmm. Okay, Rex, from your nat 20 Arcana check, you can surmise that since physical to, it is definitely illusory magic na nangyari.
Ooh.
Pero, pero hindi siya pwedeng illusion na tangible. Kasi, hindi siya pwedeng illusion na tangible. Kasi kung, hindi siya pwedeng minor illusion, major illusion, ganun. Kasi kung ganun yung nangyari, dapat, dapat nag-pass through yung crowd sa kanya. 'Di ba? Kung major illusion or minor illusion yung ginamit. So it has to be someone either changing appearance via shape-shifting or disguise self.
Oh, it's not by location or something. So, okay.
Kasi the illusion was there.
Okay. Hmm.
The illusion was there kasi kung hindi siya nandun, nag-pass through sana yung crowd. Yan yung nakuha mo sa
Gwen,
Arcanas.
Gwen, it's not. It seems that some. It seems that someone is pretending to be your half sister.
But you don't think that it's her, right? Her, I was talking about Ilyana.
Or
Hmm.
Or possibly it could be someone trying to bait Gwen because they're trying to bait someone in a disguise to make sure that they're in a disguise. That's also a possibility. It's also a possibility that there's another being that's trying to shapeshift into that person just and then just trying to fuck with you, or it's just it's your half sister trying to trying to show themselves, but they're kind of trapped in a magical problem. It could be a lot of things.
Yeah, we're not sure about it, but it is highly likely that someone is pretending to be your half sister. So I guess we're just gonna ignore it. That just to be safe. What do you guys think?
I think that's a good idea. We'll just wait for, you know.
Actually, now that we're finished drinking, I guess we're gonna find that circus dude, right?
I don't think it's the pints that we drank that made us see things.
Nah, that would be crazy.
Or else, uh, did we drink some intoxicated?
The
I
bartender
don't.
trips inside the bar.
Pinag-usapan siya.
What do you guys do? You just go find Kel.
I guess.
All right. You guys go and Kel, and we cut to Tata and Olseth as they go off into wherever. Saan kayo papunta?
Naghanap kami ng mask ni Olset. Kasi di
Mask?
ba nagdi-disguise siya? Hanggang ngayon di ba nakaano pa? Oh, parang ano lang, face mask na keme.
All right.
So, yung maangas.
As you split off, to you head towards the city marketplace, which is right around. Sabihin natin nag-split off kayo dito. Tapos dito kayo, naghanap kayo ng mask. You see that the marketplace has an assortment of fine goods and establishments. Establishments. As you tour this marketplace, which is getting ready as well for the big citywide celebration of the Etherbrent and the Helmfast wedding. Also, it kind of goes to you and goes, Tata, I have to tell you something.
What is it?
I have 2 doses of my dagger strikes left. I need poison.
Oh, do you know how to make it?
I could, but not as potent as the drow one.
Do you need, like, stuff for it?
It's gonna get hard to get it in a city like this. I think we're gonna have to buy cheaper poisons if I need to get more poison. It's not gonna be as strong though.
Well, as long as you have poison, I guess. Also, Olset, I don't have money.
He looks at you as well. I also don't have money.
Oh,
Wala pa lang pera.
oh,
I guess
where are we gonna buy your mask?
I could always steal it. You gotta whisper that steal it. You know?
But you sucked at stealing last time.
No. That's fine. It's fine. I'll get it this time.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll get it. Make a distraction.
Okay.
Go.
But I have my passive na all eyes on me.
Shit. Tama ka.
So, I just walk inside the keme and starts asking the tinderas. Tata uses her Filipino accent. Ay, Filipino accent. Basta her
Tapos
accent while trying to
Tapos
talk.
yung kukunin nyo mask, di ba?
Uh-oh.
Okay. You distract one of the tavern keepers, and eventually, a small crowd gathers to you and goes, "Oh my God! Can you teach me some Filipino? Can you teach me some Filipino words? Oh my God!" Okay, tingnan natin kung maka-hard carry to ni Olset. Let's see. You distract them with your charm, but some tavern keepers are kind of used to this, so they keep an eye out on their wares. And Olseth tries to make a sleight of hand check. Olseth manages to swipe a plain ceramic mask and then smoothly walks away. Tata, I got it. Then you see a plain ceramic mask, smooth in surface with eye holes.
Wow, you remind me of something from my place. Okay, hold on. Salamat. I was looking here. Salamat ha, bye-bye. She just looks at the...
Thank you. Salamat. And then
Yes.
they all wave away.
Bye! Ayan, alis na kami.
I guess you go back to meet the others sa dockward sa south.
Yes. Balik na kami.
Eventually, you make your way towards them. Habang papunta pa kayo, anong ginagawa ng party after nun? Papunta na kayo sa kay Kelten Taker, di ba?
Yep.
Hanap kayo.
Guys! We found the mask. Hi!
Hi, Tata. Hi, Olseth. Wait, Olseth?
Yes, that's him. I
Mag-discuss
haven't
muna kayo
fixed his mask.
Pinturahan mo ng clown face.
It's okay. Maybe we should put smiley face on you. So when you kill people, they see smiley face,
Hmm?
right? So
Purge.
we went. Excuse me. Yes, we left the party, and now we got back to to you guys because I forgot to ask for money.
So you mean to tell me you stole?
Yes. Uset was really good. He improved since last time. Clowning Uset time.
Eventually, following directions from guards, you ask around where the circus is, and eventually you realize that it's on Deepwater Isle, past the harbor. After asking around, Tito.
Tata, I whispered to Tata, "Hey Tata, you could put a sleep spell on on Hiraya so she won't puke or whatever."
But Hiraya is like super healthy right now. Hindi ko alam kung paano sabihin na masyado siya healthy para mapatulog ko na. She's super
Di ba
healthy
pwede naman
right now.
mag-sleep kung mag-willing yung creature? Or
Pwede.
hindi?
Hindi.
Ang
Hindi pala.
Ipakalma lang.
Oo.
Para hindi
Yun yung
magpanic.
drugs.
Alam mo namin.
meron akong shabu dito, Hiraya. Gusto mo ba? Charot.
Magiging hyper si Hiraya pag binigyan mo ng shabu.
Ay, ano na lang. Ano pala
Bigyan mong
dapat?
ganja.
Marijuana pala dapat.
Bigyan mong ganja para kalmado.
Huwag mo ipabatak.
Oo nga.
Katol lang, katol.
Hindi, kakayanin ni Hiraya yan.
Katol.
Kakayanin naman siguro ni Hiraya. Gaano ba kalayo ulit?
Well, parang unti lang naman. Taray ko.
Kaya yan.
Ang ganda naman ng positioning ng Waterdeep. Meron pa silang shield. Outer shield. Okay na, tara. Try na lang natin.
Alright. You guys go to by the docks, and you see, well, technically, Rex, you see familiar faces, just working by the lines. You don't know how familiar they are with you though. It's been years.
I tap to them.
You go up to a halfling, and then pulling the ropes, trying to bound the ship towards the docks. And then you tap one of their you tap their shoulder, and they turn and go, "What are you doing?" Oh my god, Rex.
Hi.
Are you're alive?
Yeah, I survive.
It's been
I
years.
I know, and I've been trying to go here. You know, and now I'm here. Ah, I traveled so far.
Kind of feels your face. He goes, "You're you? Is this real?"
Yeah.
Oh my god, the other brands must hear about this. Then he
No,
kind
no,
of
no.
what?
Don't.
Why not?
I have my suspicions.
Suspicions.
Yeah. It seems that one of the other brands tried to, you know.
Then I nudge Rex.
Oh,
We don't
what?
know. And I tug him away. For
Can I use
ayan,
insight?
What do you think?
Can I use insight on the halfling, Bopin, just to make sure if he means well.
Um. Okay, roll for insight. This halfling is Dante, And he means well because halflings are good people.
Well, guy, he means well. Gwen, he's an
Yeah,
halfling.
but we don't know who to trust here. You just saw
Like
what
Well,
happened.
maybe
I saw my sister. You all saw it. And it's not, it was,
maybe she's
not her. She
we
was
well
need
innocent.
to
we need a transportation to go to the other island, don't we?
Well, you can just say that we want to see the circus. You don't need to name drop about the outer brands. They're almost having a wedding, and the last thing we need is to give attention to ourselves.
Yes, okay, fine. And then I go back to the halfling. It's a long story, but as of now, don't tell anyone about seeing me.
Hmm. Roll for persuasion. Ay, naku, Dante. Dante ka talaga. He kind of looks at you and goes, "The Adamants must know. Someone survived their shipwreck. They can finally know what happened to the boat."
Dante, please don't. I beg of you. A lot of things happened, and I don't know who to trust. And
You
yeah,
can trust the Adamants. Miriam has been doing
no.
wonders for the city.
Bapin, can I give him 20 gold just to shut up?
Laki na na.
Hmm.
Dante, take this 20 gold. Just shut up about me, okay? I beg of you.
Roll for persuasion with advantage. Yeah,
Salamat.
and then he sees the gold. Okay.
ah, ang bilis. Bayaran ba? Dante, isang bayaran.
Thank you. Thank you. Ah,
Let's
just
just hope no one pays him more than 20 gold.
yeah. Dante, make sure no one sees us, okay?
Oh, he's run. He's already run.
Ay, umalis na siya.
Yeah.
So,
Excited
so,
ah.
Ba't to si Kuya with
ah, ah,
buyers?
sino mag ano namin? Sino magde-deliver sa amin sa ibang island?
Manap ka ng iba.
Puti.
Huwag
Umalis
ka,
lang bigla.
huwag ka magpakilala.
Huwag
Para
ka
Wait.
makalis.
magpakilala.
Ito. May boat ba na papunta doon for commercial? For yung parang public transportation, ganun.
Meron, but it's over here. It's over here. The next one is in around 1 hour.
Oh, fuck.
Inom muna
Well,
tayo.
hindi naman tayo
Eh,
nagmamadali, di ba? So we can wait,
O maghintay
Ate
lang.
Shouts.
right?
All right. You wait for
Okay.
1 hour. Sa final na?
Yep.
You wait for 1 hour, and this extravagant longboat arrives by the dock. It parks parallel to the upper T of this quay. Malabas mo lahat ng shipping terms ko. I fucking hate this. And from the starboard side, an announcer calls. Waterdeep tour has arrived. Tourists welcome. Tourists welcome. And then you see out from a building,
Oh.
to the ding of the announcer, is a swath of Arakakra, Tabaxi, occasional bugbears, a goblin or two. See a tiefling here and there. They're just kind of, oh, wow. And they're just and then some of them have servants, little gnome servants that bring their luggage. Wow, this is amazing. Wow.
We go inside the boat or ship.
Um, payment, sir.
Okay. Magkano?
That is 15 gold per head.
Putang ina naman yan.
Gold per head.
15 gold, grabe naman. Wala bang tawad?
Hey, I'm a sailor. Free passage?
Can you work?
Sure, I can work.
Okay, then you'll be the paddlers then. One of the guards just go. Hey, that's a six. These people with you, right?
Yeah.
People swapping out for free passage. Then out from the docks goes six super tired humans just go finally, and then they just go out from the bottom and then goes in you go, and then you get this you go to this smaller entrance within the hull of the ship that leads into the paddle room. While inside the paddling hull, the rhythm keeper goes in front and goes, "On your marks!" You guys go your positions. You go to your positions. You hold the paddle. Oseth whispers, I'm not really good with these things. And
You and me both.
and then the guy goes and go, and then he beats the drum. And then the people kind of row alternatively, with the left side going first, right side following after, going back and forth in the steady rhythm, matching the pace of the drum as it rushes forward like an anxious heart. This is what we're gonna do. We are going to roll athletics checks. DC 16. If you fail the DC 16, you suffer one level of exhaustion and you have disadvantage on everything for a day. Go. Oh. Nag-fail na si Hiraya. Magbabardic ka na ba sa kanya?
Ay, sige, oo. Verdict
Alright.
ko na si Hiraya.
Bardic D8, di ba? D6.
D8. D8 yun, no?
Tama, D8. Okay. Rolling for D8 Bardic Inspiration. Kung aabot ba to sa 16, it needs to be a 7. Holy shit! Holy shit! What
Gago
the?
ka. Kakasabi
Sabi
mo
ko sa
lang.
inyo,
Tangina!
I'm here.
Clutch
Tangina!
gago.
What the?
Kahit hindi ko makita.
Tangina.
Tangina! Okay. At you have no disadvantage. Ilang inspiration die mo? 4, di ba? So that's 1
Gamitin mo
out.
na lahat.
Okay, next.
Apat.
Next, Gwen, roll. Athletics.
Wala kayong maaasahan sa akin.
Tapos na 20 pala. 16, DC 16.
Zero ba yan? Nope. Po 13. Pwede na.
Nope. That's
Ay, hindi pa.
Yeah, Bardic.
okay. Okay, depende kay
Decision.
tata yan. Ubusin niya ba yung bardic niya or hindi? She makes it. Let's go. Next. Justo athletics. You make it easily. You're used to the hard work.
Patak.
Si Tata, here we go. Before ini-inspire niya yung self niya.
Yes, inspiring myself. I can do this.
Na 20.
Holy 21. How?
Nice.
How?
Lakas naman.
Lakas ni
Thanks,
Tata.
Bapin. Sabi ko sa'yo, hindi tayo ng swerte. Charot.
Tang ina. Okay, Rex,
May
Ay, hindi nagamit
since
yung
you're,
verdict
nail.
nun.
since you're a sailor, you have advantage on this check. Roll for athletics. Oh, that's 12. Bardic, it just makes it. With 4, you have just enough to make it to the DC, saving yourself from the exhaustion. And finally, Olseth. Hindi na kaya ng Bardic.
Hindi na kaya. Wag na, yaman na siya.
He drops from exhaustion, and now Olseth has disadvantage on everything for a day.
Lagi na lang si Ulsit.
Fuck. After you get away from the boat, the boat runners go, thank you for your service. Then
No problem.
Olseth, behind his porcelain mask goes,
Thank you so much. I wipe his sweat. Charot.
Dude, you're an assassin.
Are you okay?
Girl,
He's
chill.
so tired.
I'm fast. not
Strong.
strong.
Not strong.
And that's
I
eventually
give him
you give him meron tubig, oh, maalat na tubig.
Hindi, may tubig,
Spicy
di ba,
water.
sa water skin?
Oh, tama pala. Okay, you give
Uh,
him water. He
w-
kind of downs it immediately and goes, "Thank you." Eventually, you get to the docks and walk the crescent aisle of deep water. Along the way, you meet a couple of mermen that kind of salute you as they keep the harbor at bay, pun intended. And eventually, you get to this giant tent by the bay. And Kel, the dwarf that you befriended in Yarter, sees you from a distance. He goes, "It's been a while."
Hey, what's up?
Hello, hello.
I will.
What up? What up?
Amazing. I've heard great grand things about your travels.
Oh, wait, what?
You
Really?
did?
Yes, I mean,
Ay,
it's not often that a party can. It's not often that a party has a foreign elf in the Dragonborn and a Tabaxi. Is it not?
ay, winky face.
Yes.
Well, I hope
I
you're.
guess.
Well, I hope. Well, I mean, people have heard of you. Uh, I just know that you're the same klutzes that I've met in Yarter, right?
Yeah. Speaking of gluts, have you do you know what happened to your green wormling?
Oh no, I've never found him, but I'm sure that he's this that little rascal is somewhere in the vicinity.
I have bad
Hey,
news,
he's,
buddy.
hey.
What?
Did we tell him?
What? What do you tell me?
Uh, Apparently, we saw a decapitated green wormling that is pretty familiar on a tavern near the dockyard.
Yeah, his smile immediately turns into a frown. What?
Yeah, what was the tavern called again? The wait, the Skewered Dragon. Yeah, that's the one.
And it's on the nose too. Kind of turns into a
Yeah,
visible panic. You're telling me that the wormling is here. At least the corpse of
dead.
it. Kind of takes a moment to himself and goes, "What did it? What did it? Will it come here? I don't think it'll come here. It should be fine. It should be fine. All right, it's it's fine. The show must go on. Um, I'll pretend you did not say that. Instead, would you want to go to a free viewing of my circus?
Sure. But after that, we have something we're gonna discuss things with you. Okay?
Sure. But unfortunately, I'm kind of busy. But I'd love to answer all of your questions after I get through this performance, if possible.
Sure.
It should be fine, right?
Yeah.
All right. Feel free to seat yourselves. It should be one heck of a show. And then he runs over and goes, "Hey, the investors will not like this!" And then he just shouts at a random helper that's pushing down a crate. Do you go inside to see the show being set up early, or do you just hang around the bay for a bit?
I hang around on the bay.
Oh,
All right, you hang around by the bay. The others, ano gusto nyo gawin?
Magsa-start na ba? Magsa-start na ba?
Nagsiset up pa. Around 1 hour.
Tambay
Also,
muna.
Tata, you regain your bardic inspiration. Kasi
nice.
short rest. Effectively short rest to.
Tambay lang muna.
Tambay
Oo,
lang
tambay
muna.
na lang
Tambay.
muna.
The day passes, and eventually you find an assortment of creatures, the same creatures that you traveled with, actually. Go to this tent to see the exotic animals of Faerun, wow, performance, wow. And then you see also a couple of mermen rise up from the waters just to take a good look. You see a couple of merkids too. The guards you see some of the guards want to watch because they heard of Kentel Taker and the small circus, but they have to be posted just for security reasons. But for the most part, the show is going smoothly as planned. Eventually,
Wow.
eventually everything is set up, and you get to inside the circus. Teka muna. Saan yung map? Map. Circus map. Okay. Um, okay, wala munang map sa
Mhm.
next session na lang kasi exhausting. Okay, so gagamitin na lang natin muna 'to, yung grid na 'to as a temporary placeholder for everything para may perspective kayo ng size. So, ignore yung map kung ano yung nararating dito sa map quote unquote na 'to, hindi 'to literal. Ipa
Mm.
i I-a-adjust ko yan next session sa next na map, okey. Eventually, um, eventually, eventually, uh, Kel, uh commands darkness on the tent, and everything goes quiet. Yes. Welcome, everyone, to the grand presentation of the Kelton Taker Circus. He drops his Irish accent and goes full on British circus announcer mode. And then everyone goes. And then for our first act, behold. And you see a couple of twin tieflings kind of with a spotlight suddenly appearing at them. They're on trapezes, and one is on one end, one is on the other. They're suspended 60 feet in the air, and then they use the grand swing of the trapeze to swing themselves, flip in the air, and land on the other swing as almost perfectly in sync, like synchronized pendulums almost. This transforms into a big routine where they all continuously flip and do various flips throughout the airs. They switch from swing to swing, from trapeze to trapeze, and eventually they glide down using the trapeze poles as some sort of security as they pole dance, I guess, their way downwards along the trapeze poles, and everyone claps, and that's the first act.
Ooh, wow.
And for our second act, behold, and you see what looks to be you hear a grand roar, just echoing, and then the crowd goes, whoa. And then you hear this must be the dragon, and then you see a shoddy green cloth wrapped around two halflings, vaguely forming the wormling that you saw earlier, and goes, and then the halfling goes,
Oh my god.
rar, 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 and everyone goes,
Bapin, can I help them?
sure.
Di ba meron akong I think it's a minor illusion to create a sound.
Yes.
Yeah, I tried to help them with a realistic roar.
You mask the halfling's fake roar with a realistic roar from your trauma with the green wormling several months ago. This fear accurately replicates the green wormling sound, masking the halfling's flimsy attempt, and everyone goes, huh. And then the guy next to you, this guy goes, hey man, this I know the effects work is like bad, but the sound design is great. It's amazing. Wow. And then the dragon, quote unquote, dances along uh the circle, and then everyone just kind of, it's all right. Slow claps, slow claps, slow claps. And then Kel kind of loosens his color for a bit. Oh, tough crowd. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And then he looks at Rex and he kind of goes, tips his hat towards you, and he goes, and for our third act, we behold the fierce owlbear tamed. And then this owlbear jumps out and then does a hoot growl. I can't do a hoot growl. That resonates throughout the tent, and then everyone just perks back up. Wow, wow, owlbear, owlbear. And then Kelton Taker lights a ring on fire. And then the owlbear jumps easily from ring to ring, springing quickly in a fast but forceful pace. And everyone goes, "Wow!" And then, in a stunning silence, he lands. The owlbear lands head first, and then tucks itself into a roll, and it reveals that the path it's been tracing around the circus forms into a small heart, and it goes, and then it goes, "Meow." And then the crowd goes, "Rah!" Then you see the child in the front row goes, "That's fucking amazing!" And then as the applause refuses to fade, the crowd the crowd really hyped at this point. The darkness of the tent suddenly burst with light from the ceiling, but not from the spotlight. As a hole is torn from the tent's clothes, and a giant adult green dragon crashes into the owlbear, uh, crushing it into the ground and burying it into the sand. This adult dragon squeals in pain as its wing is torn. Its left wing is torn, unable to fly. It snarls and sinong makakaintindi ng draconic nga dito? Si Gwen tsaka si Rex, di ba?
Me.
Gwen saka si
Me.
Rex.
Yeah.
It snarls and then it snarls and in a very booming voice, "I'll kill you all! Where's my daughter? The city is dead!" And then you see that from the top, from the sky, floats this figure, silhouetted in the brightness of the noontime sun. She descends down the hole, flying, bearing a shield. This brown-haired figure with green eyes descends inside the tent, and then she points her left hand, preparing to cast a spell. "I will vanquish you, foul dragon. This city will be protected as long as I am alive." As Miriam Ederbrand descends into the circus, saving the lives of whoever is there. The party is caught in between a dragon and a fake noblewoman. And that's where we end today's session.